This is one of my favorite topics, and just sort of popped into my head just now. It's funny because I've been teaching this for so many years, and yet it always completely turns me on, and it's like the big wake-up call when I'm talking to my clients about this conversation or this subject matter, and that is that we as a society have learned how to disconnect from ourselves and run to all of those things out there that make us temporarily feel in control or safe or numb or stimulated or loved. And there are all kinds of fixes out there that we can run to. We can run to the bar, and we can run to the gym, and we can run to church, and we can run to work, and we go to the laptop and just pick up the phone, and whatever it is that we need to do to feel better or to feel in control or to feel safe, we've got fixes. And of course they're just temporary, but if we have enough of them, we just learn how to completely disconnect all the time and stay disconnected, constantly needing a fix, sort of like a junkie. When we don't get that fix, when we don't get to feel better, we fall apart. We get irritable, we get scared, we get antsy, we get anxious, we get nervous, we get temperamental. It's sort of like when you're hungry and you don't feed yourself. You know, eventually you start feeling hungry, you get the stomach pangs, you maybe start to feel a little fuzzy in your thinking or a little weak, and then eventually you start getting irritable and anxious and nervous and short-tempered, until you finally feed your stomach. And once you do, things calm down and you feel a lot better. We have learned to do that I should say we have learned to not feed our hearts. We've learned to feed our stomach, but we have learned to disengage from this area here. And it's interesting because we get the very same effects, the very same byproduct from neglecting our hearts and our emotions as we do from our stomach. So let's say, for example, you're feeling nervous or you're feeling anxious, and you don't know why, but you've learned to push that feeling down and run to the mall, or push that feeling down and open up your laptop, or push the feeling down and call your mom, because you need to feel better. You need to feel in control. So the feeling is there. It's just waiting to be heard, it's waiting to be talked to, it's waiting to be fed. But if you don't feed it, you don't connect with it, then you get anxious, you get nervous, you get irritable, you get grumpy, you get fuzzy thinking. But the emotion doesn't go away. It just sits there patiently waiting for you to come feed it. And so what we have learned to do is become highly emotional people. And in our society, we've been taught to be afraid of our emotions. Push them down and go for the fix. So here we are running outside of ourselves to all these things, hoping we feel better. They temporarily make us feel better. And then once that fix is gone, the emotion's still sitting there. But instead of it being, say, anger, now it's an amplified version of anger. Now maybe it's depression, maybe it's rage, or maybe it's both. Maybe we're just irritated all the time. Maybe we're frustrated all the time. So what I've found in all of these years of doing my personal work and coaching is that if we can find a way to stop for just a couple of minutes and engage with the feeling, ask ourselves how we're feeling and why we're feeling that way. Now we're talking to the feeling. We're not running away from the feeling, we're not pushing it down, we're connecting with it. And it's telling us something, it's giving us information. It's letting us know what's working and what's not working in our lives, which gives us the opportunity to then redesign the experience that we need. What's so cool about that is the more you feed the emotion, the more you engage with the emotion, the more it calms down. sort of like picking up a 5-year-old and putting the 5-year-old on your lap when they're upset, and you hold them and you talk them through it, and eventually they stop crying. They're no longer upset. They feel better, and they can run off and play. We haven't learned how to do that in our society. We haven't learned how to sit down and engage with the emotion in order to find out where it's coming from and how it's showing up in our life. We are afraid of it. So we push it down and we run away from it. It just chases us down, knocks on the door and asks us to engage with it, and the more we ignore it, the louder the knocking gets until we have a nervous breakdown or have a fit somewhere inappropriately. So if you can this week, give yourself an opportunity to feel the emotion when it comes up, stop, ask yourself where it's coming from, engage with the 5-year-old in yourself, find out what's running the show. Once you get that information, you have this new awareness. With the new awareness, you have a choice. You can redesign the experience. You can ask for what you need. You can let somebody know what's not working. But now the power's back in your hand. And you have the chance to redesign how you feel. So take some time this week and be quiet and listen. Let your emotions talk to you. Let them tell you what's working and what's not.